So, my name is Thomas Steineder, and I'm presenting you my book and my work, Algorithmic Walking. I released this wonderful book with Edition Fotohof in Salzburg in Austria in 2022. The project is called Algorithmic Walking, and it's originally from 2018-19. And it was also shown as an installation on the University of Applied Arts in Vienna because it was my diploma work. So, what is the book about? The book is about walking and perception and the different perception that walking brings along. At this time, I was thinking heavily about the Situationist International from the 70s in Paris and their strategies of the dérive and the psychogeography. So I went all around in Vienna looking for spots and things where I can work, like what is interesting to me. And like one day I was in the train and I rode the train until I reached the limitation of the train ticket. So I just went out of the train, which was like this spot, because this is a map of Vienna and these are the 10 stations which are that far outside of the city that the train ticket loses its validation. So I was here and then I thought, okay, where should I walk now? So I searched for the next train station where the ticket also loses its validation. And I just put it into Google Maps and suddenly I had an algorithmic route which I could follow, because I thought at this point here I'm gonna get rid of my freedom and I just follow the algorithmic line like most people are doing. Not looking for your own way on a map, you just follow the algorithmic route and you gain that experience. So I did this route and I really liked the experience. So I was like, okay, let's continue it to a project. And then I walked around whole Vienna from one station to the next station. I always took one day for one walk from one station to the next station. Like the longest walk is 4 hours and the shortest is about half an hour, but I always took a whole day. So I did this once and then I was not satisfied with the results, so I did it twice. And at the second time, I already knew how I wanted to do it. So I took all the images on analog medium format and I didn't develop the images. Like I only made small notes, how I experienced the route and everything. And after the whole project was done, I developed the roles and then I reconstructed the route out of that. So I reconstructed it out of the memos I made and out of my memory. And I used 3 different types of image construction. On site, I used some sculptural interventions and like some performative elements. A lot of it was done with a combination of duct tapes and found objects. And after scanning all the negatives, I combined images digitally to feel like the route or to feel like the walk I had, like the experience I had on site, where I was like, yeah, I was walking by so many tree lines, so there has to be a lot of trees in the images, like very, very simple stuff like that. But I wanted to feel like the experience I had, and I think I made this happen with this book. Like, to give you an example, the book starts on the first page with some shoes I made out of duct tape, and I wore them for like 30 minutes. And I took like a surface sample from the streets. Everything is combined on this duct tape, similar to photography, which is also about collecting surfaces. Yeah, and it's not like a straightforward thing of documenting what was there. It is more about what did I see, how subjectively I saw the space and the landscape. So it's a very personal perception. The book was done by Michael Plessel and Fabian Draxl, the two graphic designers. On the outside you see the map of Vienna. Every book is handmade, meaning the tape is applied by hand on each of the 600 copies. So you get a unique copy when you buy one. You have two texts, both in English, about the project, and I think it's 65 or 56 color images, which are inside, beautifully printed on recycled paper. Still very proud on it. If you can get your hands on one of these, please take a look through it. If you really like it, buy it.